One shot, let's begin. Light Trap by Asano Inuo, translated upload by Atalawada Noir and Bochi. Alright, alright, it is not Forever Yuri anymore. But that doesn't mean we're not doing Yuri one shots in the future. We just need some variety every now and then, so we'll come back to it for sure on this channel, and we'll see if we come up with any themes to go on. But anyways, let's begin. Atsuwa du Noir presents One Shot Light Trap Version 2 by Asano Inoue. Alright, let's begin. I've never left this town. I've lived here from elementary to become a working adult. Never had that many problems with my family or the town. I probably never put much thought about it either. Maybe that's why my father calls me dumb. He's probably right. I wonder how I've made it this far. Light Trap by Asano Inuo. My father has always been abusive. In the past, my mother received the brunt of it, but the dementia she developed made her leave home and resulted in me bearing all of my father's abuse. She left home? Are you talking about how people with dementia wander? Oh, that's the thing that they mention on the radio that happens to like 1 in 10,000 people a year. If you still can't find her, that's gonna be, you know, you got a lot going on. Well, I guess it's not really your problem anymore. Hey, do you realize what's gonna happen to you from here on out? I don't know. I don't care either. Oh, really? Hmm. Nothing wrong with that. It's not like knowing changes anything. The way you've been talking to me sounds way too casual. How old are you? 33. What? So we're the same age? Actually, I think that you're the one talking a lot and sounding too casual to me. What anime did you used to like? Legendary Ninja Cats, an anime that aired in 1990. How nostalgic. You know, I wanted to move the hell out ever since I was a kid. My parents in my hometown sucked. I graduated middle school, ran away from home, and went straight to the city. Since then, I've lived doing only what I want, however I wanted. Really? Sounds great. I'm jealous. Jealous? Are you stupid? I mean, I was just thinking that you must have seen so much more than I have. Yeah, sure have. There are people who expect something out of the city, and when they realize that they can't do a thing, they disappear like the dregs they are. The successful ones all get rich, while the losers sink to the bottom. People come in all types. You've got pieces of shit, and you've got pieces of shit, you know? For example, someone like getting killed or being buried in the mountains? Hmm, yeah. And then there are those who keep watch over where those corpses are buried, I guess. Uh, there sure are a lot of cars, even though it's nighttime. Where are they all going? You know how insects gather around light? It's said that it's because they have a habit of flying using the light from the sun as a guide. They lose their way in places that are surrounded with lights coming from street lamps. They lose sight of their destination, unable to escape. The insects you see flying around in frenzy are those ones. Dumb. Surprisingly, though, there is nothing else that can live on and pull through like they do. Hey, so, what are you doing up in the mountains by yourself? You're holding on to a collar, too. Was it not just your mother, but your dog that ran away as well? I went to give my mother her meal. I need to change the collar soon, too. Hmm. I'll go back to the car and sleep for a bit. What? What? Are you sure? I might run away, you know. Who cares? Do whatever you want. Mm. Mm. Oh, okay, yeah. Guess we're starting off strong. Uh, I don't know what to say to this. It's inherently tragic. They should have put the tragic tag because like this is, so her coworker's driving her around, and then this person runs away, and the other person's, not giving the most sympathy, which, who knows, right? Or maybe he goes and he finds her and he takes her to the town, and then he's like, okay, go ahead and go off there, and then she's looking for one last care, and then boom, she leaves, right? And where does she go? I don't know, right? And that's the thing. Does she know either, or is she just going back home? And that's, I guess, the interesting part of this because she said she might run away, and then he says, "Who cares?" And it's like, do whatever you want. But what does she want is the thing. Like maybe I don't know if her eyes are filled with blood here, or if it just because they do kind of match. But I could see like one eye being bloodshot potentially. Let me see. Did we get a clearer look at her eyes? Because, no, is that what it was covering it? Nope, nope, nope. That's just me speculating. Because it's like, right? Would, if he had said, I care, come with me, would that have changed anything? Should she even go with him if he says that? Is the right answer no, go home, take more abuse? Is the right answer no, leave, run away? Is the right answer come to me, I'll treat you kindly, I'll help you get back on your feet when there's no guarantee of that? And this person's just in a really tough spot. Like, what's she gonna do next? And that's what's interesting. I went to give my mother her meal. I need to change the color soon too. And I don't know, is this implying that like she has her mother tied up? Her mother's kind of insane. I don't quite know, right? I mean, it's just because the type of color is, I don't know, right? And there's philosophy people going up, people going down. And I think this is a fair point too, where it's like there are people, especially obviously when they realize that they can't do a thing, they disappear like the drugs they are. Successful ones all get rich while the losers sink to the bottom. And this kind of reminds me of the concept of escape your community. You gotta escape the quote unquote trenches, is what they say over here. You gotta escape, I guess, the broader would be the ghetto, right? Move to a better neighborhood, do this, that, or the other, as yeah, it's better opportunities there. Versus, and this is one of the things you can change, you can improve your community, you can try to do the best you can, but that doesn't mean you're gonna have the impact that you think you're gonna have. That you're gonna be like, oh, okay, everything's better. Because the reality is that you could try to change everything, and maybe you have a little bit of an impact, and hopefully the impact will grow and grow and grow. But the likelihood that you are going to change everything by yourself is not realistic. And then like trying to leave and being disappointed is like, well, that's life. It kind of reminds me too of like, let's see. So we're gonna get mildly personally. We're not gonna get too deep into the mind brains. And if I'm not as articulate as I normally am, that's because I just got into a very minor car accident a couple hours ago. And, I think I'm okay. Like, it doesn't feel like anything. I think it's more that I'm just paranoid, but big headache and just nervous, right? Because the thing is, I should probably go to the doctor and, get that checked out, even if it doesn't feel like it. But whatever, this is America, unfortunately, and healthcare isn't as easy and go, right? Because I could spend a couple $100 otherwise. Um, so yeah, it's like when I went to Japan, and it's like you kind of have this expectation of, like, hey, I'm gonna go alone, be solo, gonna see how different I'm gonna be. And ultimately, I wasn't very different. I wasn't as social as I thought I would be. It was kind of difficult to connect with people. And, over here it was like a little bit more of the same. Although here I got a foundation that's going very, very well for me. Um, and so, a change of scenery might not change who you are as a person. It is to change who you've been. And so ultimately it's like, well, what comes next? And I don't know, right? In this person's case, I don't know. What's the right words to say? Are the right words to say in this case? Uh, right? And that's the tough scenario. Can you be someone's savior? And I mean, do you even want to be? It's just so complex in the situation, and You know, like it could have gone, I mean, let me help you stop being abused. Well, how's that gonna be? You're gonna go to the house, you're gonna do this, you're gonna change the past. What's going on here? I don't know. And that's, ooh, we're definitely starting off with like an interesting one. And I guess, I don't know. I don't know if I have any real answers here because this is such a somber way to end it, but also so horrifyingly realistic way to end this one here. Just walking off, and we're not sure what she's gonna do. We're not sure what's going to happen, and if she's gonna try to kill herself or if this, that, or the other is going to happen. I'm not sure. But with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.